Microaggressions and microengagements, closing and opening doors in workplace culture. In every interaction, we either open doors or close them, creating opportunities for connection and trust, or shutting them down through subtle, often unconscious behaviors. Microaggressions are small, everyday slights or behaviors, often unintentional, that make people feel excluded, devalued, or invisible. They close doors, reinforcing biases and diminishing trust. On the other hand, microengagements are small but intentional acts of inclusion and recognition that create a sense of belonging. They open doors, fostering deeper relationships, engagement, and equity in workplace interactions. Understanding the contrast between microaggressions and microengagements can help organizations cultivate a culture where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Microaggressions, the unnoticed barriers that close doors. Microaggressions are often subtle but powerful. While they may seem insignificant in isolation, their cumulative impact creates a workplace where individuals feel unwelcome, overlooked, or disrespected. Common types of microaggressions: micro-invalidations, dismissing or undermining someone's lived experience. Micro-insults, subtle but offensive remarks that reinforce stereotypes. Micro-assaults, more explicit but subtle behaviors that diminish someone's identity. Examples of microaggressions in the workplace: a microaggression that closes doors. Here is an example: "You're so articulate." This implies surprise that they are well-spoken, reinforcing a stereotype. "Where are you really from?" Suggests someone doesn't truly belong based on their background. Interrupting or speaking over women in meetings diminishes their voice and contribution. "I don't see color." Dismisses racial identity and the lived experiences of people of color. Assuming someone's pronouns based on appearance can make non-binary or transgender employees feel unseen. Eye contact with certain employees but engaging with others sends nonverbal signals about who is valued. It is important to know who you are speaking to and how they prefer to communicate. Here are some impacts of microaggressions in the workplace. Erodes trust. Employees become hesitant to speak up. Creates psychological stress. The burden of constantly navigating exclusion is exhausting. Decreases engagement and retention. Talented individuals may disengage or leave toxic environments. Microaggressions create invisible walls, limiting opportunities, innovation, and genuine connection. Microengagements, small acts that open doors. While microaggressions diminish workplace culture, microengagements create opportunities for inclusion, trust, and growth. Microengagements are small, meaningful acts of recognition, respect, and intentional inclusion. They ensure that employees feel valued not just for their productivity, but for who they are. Examples of microengagements in the workplace. Microengagements opens doors. Dell actively listening and making eye contact when someone speaks demonstrates that their perspective matters. Acknowledging contributions in meetings ensures credit is given where it is due. Using inclusive language, e.g., asking for pronouns, creates a culture of respect and belonging. Checking in with colleagues about workload and well-being shows genuine care and concern. Amplifying marginalized voices. When someone is interrupted, say, "I'd like to hear them finish their thought." Celebrating cultural and identity-based milestones recognizes diverse experiences and histories. Practicing curiosity over assumption. Instead of, "Where are you really from?" Instead, engage in curiosity. Ask, "Tell me more about your background." Impact of microengagements in the workplace. Fosters psychological safety. Employees feel comfortable bringing their full selves to work. Encourages innovation. Diverse perspectives are valued and heard. Strengthens workplace relationships. Teams become more collaborative and inclusive. From microaggressions to microengagements, shifting workplace culture. Organizations that shift from a culture of microaggressions to microengagements unlock greater trust, inclusivity, and productivity. This requires 1. Awareness and reflection. Train employees to recognize unconscious biases and microaggressions. Encourage self-reflection. Ask, "Have I ever unintentionally invalidated someone's experience?" 2. calling in instead of calling out. Address microaggressions with curiosity and coaching, not just punishment. Example: I noticed that comment might have felt dismissive. Can we explore that? 3. Leading by example. Leaders must model microengagements daily, listening, amplifying, and valuing all voices.